Leather Rokk here. I'm going to give you a close-up of my eyeshadow because I'm going to show you how I did it. What do you think? This is what I achieved from the Zodiac palette. Now, unfortunately, my favorite shadows are I'm starting to hit pan on already. I want to show this to you. See this purple shade here? This is matte and this is purple, and that's half the look, and I've already achieved pan on it. And I would hate to replace the shadow combination just for one pan, but if it's my favorite color, I might end up doing it. And well, guess what? I don't need to tie my hair up because I have it in a braid and pulled real tight, so I'm cool and comfortable. I've got my trusty coconut oil, so let's get started. Alrighty. I'm going to put the lid on this so that it doesn't get knocked off and spill. Don't need that mess. I still feel like my eyelids are really dry and scaly. I'm running low on my retinol. Hopefully I'll be getting my Retin A soon. Not quite saved up for it. I'm going to be using one of those foreign online pharmacies to do it. I believe the pharmacy is in India. When I'm ready to make my order, I'll let you guys know all about the company I'm choosing. This is something I've been researching for over a year, and there's a company that's been getting some really good reviewers from some of the YouTube ladies. So, and the price is definitely right compared to if I would have gone to a dermatologist, so I'm going to go that route. Hopefully before September I will have placed my order for that. Okay, ready for the first step. Now on my face I used a little bit of BB cream, but mostly the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me. Now because I just took my eye off, I'm going to replace a foundation on my eyelid area because it's always important to give your your eye makeup something to grab onto. I'm going to go over that with some of the Fit Me Matte and Poreless because this color is actually a much better match to my skin. Okay. Alright, now let's get started on the colors. Make sure I have all my brushes necessary. Okay, first thing I'm going to do, I'm getting a small brush. These are kind of hard to wash because for some reason the shadows really get stuck in the bristles. But this is a color brush that I'm going to dip into. I'm going to dip into the matte plum color. It's right next to There's purple color here, which is going to be the lid color. Well, I'm going to dip into this plum color here, and I'm just going to sweep it. Can you see what I'm doing here? I'm just going to sweep this, and then I'm going to go just above the crease because I want this to show up, and I'm drawing it kind of narrow. Okay, can you see that? Now, next thing I'm going to do is my purple, but since that crash you just heard was my plastic jar that had my eyeshadow brushes in it, and since I'm a germaphobe, I'm getting out a brand new brush. I can't deal with the idea that something touched the floor is going to touch my face. That's just not going to happen. So I'm going to take this brush here, which is an e.l.f. brush. It's bigger than the C brush. It's more fluffy than that. And I'm going into this matte purple. It's the brightest of the purples here. And get it on both sides of the brush. And then I'm going to sweep, well, I'm going to deposit it first. I might need to get some more shadow. Depositing it all over the lid. And since the idea is for both sides to match, I'm going to go back over on this side just to make sure they do. So by doing this, some of the original color is peeking out on top. Okay, now put these back here, get out another brush. I'm sorry that there's people talking outside very loudly. I don't have any of the windows closed, and I have my fans going on because it's extremely hot out here. And looking for a brush that'll be right for the top here, because I didn't know that I was going to drop all my brushes. Okay, I'm going to use, this is not quite the size brush I wanted to use, but I am going to do this. I'm consulting with my notes here. Oh, okay. Looking for, alright, this color here, they call it Taurus. It is a frosty, almost flesh tone metallic color. And this is what's going to go on the brow bone. And by touching it to the brow bone, you're slightly going to soften the edges of the first purple there. Now, because this color is a little bit darker than my skin tone, I'm going to mix this with another color. Now, usually I always use a different brush for every eyeshadow color that I'm using, but this time I'm going to use two colors. I'm going to combine, there's a second color in the middle that's a highlight color, and I'm going to sweep the brush on that, and I'm going to go back over the brow bone where I touched the Taurus to, because by combining highlight with that color, and then you know what, because now it's a little light, now I'm going to go back into the Taurus, and I'm going to go back over my eyebrow bone just so that it's not as blinding white. And again, I'm going to check to make sure it matches the other side. We don't want mismatched eyes. Okay. Alrighty. Now, let me see what else I dropped here. Oh, great. All the stuff I dropped. Okay, we have two different colored eyeliners here because we have a black eyeliner on top and we've got a plum eyeliner on the bottom. So for the top, I am using a non-waterproof eyeliner this time. I'm using the Maybelline Master Precise by Eye Studio, and it's actually not half bad for the look that I'm going for here, which is a very thin line. And slight wing up. You don't want a thick line, it would obscure the eyeliner. Then for the lower eyeliner, we're using the e.l.f. Gel Pot eyeliner, and the color is called Poppin Party. But now I have to find another skinny eyeliner brush since I dropped my brushes on the ground. And any minute now. Okay, this should work. Okay. Now, what do you think? Okay. Now this is the mascara that I'm using. I can't say enough about this. It's not a waterproof mascara, but it has a really great applicator that it seems to be thickening and lengthening. And if you're somebody like me that has very ridiculously short and see-through lashes, you appreciate a decent mascara. I don't need to apply 100 coats to see some kind of an effect with this. Alrighty. Now, I also dropped my lipstick. I wanted to show you what color I'm wearing. And it's on the floor somewhere. And guess what? I don't see it. So, since I beg your pardon. Here it is. The lipstick I'm wearing is by BH Cosmetics. It's from their Creme Luxe line, and the color is called Vixen. And it's an absolutely delightful purple shade. And I like that these are not the wear all day matte lipsticks that tend to be very drying on the skin, but this still has very nice opaque coverage. It still lasts a nice time, but if you want to change colors, all you have to do is wipe it off and you can put something new on. Now, let's see if I have, oh good. This is my contour color. It's the color that I usually use, and it's from CoverGirl. It's their professional eye enhancers, and the color is called Jammin' Improvisation. And I just do the slash here and a slash here with very minimal blending. I am wearing a blusher also with this, and it's from the BH Cosmetics Special Occasion Eyeshadow and Cheek palette. And I'm using the closest shade to purple in the blushes here. And this is the brush that I use. I'm not going to touch it to my face because I just knocked it on the ground. But this is Wet n Wild. It's supposed to be a contour brush. It's too big to use for contouring, but I did use it for the blush application. I applied a highlight. I used the BH Cosmetics Black White Highlight Palette, and I used this pink shade here. It's called Illusion. And I used, you've seen my highlighter brush. I just did a line here, here, above the Cupid's bow, underneath the chin, a line from the bridge to the middle of my nose, here and here. Okay, that's how I achieved this look. Don't forget the Zodiac palette. It's got really unusual shades, but you can get a purple look with this. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you like me and my content, I'd love to have you subscribe. I post content Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays for your viewing pleasure, and I would love to have you join my family. Till then, talk to you soon. Bye.